Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here and welcome back to episode number 63 of Non-League to Legends, the French edition, Paris 13 Atletico, or doing it better than PSG. Since we last met, I've played one game in the league against Saint-Etienne 3 days after playing Panathinaikos in what was another comeback story in the Europa League, where we were behind in the first leg and came back and won in the second leg. Since we last met as well, it's a different day. Obviously, there's been a lot of family stuff going on. We've had a death in the family, so there hasn't been as much streaming. So going to try and play a few episodes this morning while I've got a little bit of free time for the next hour and a half. So you might see the next few episodes be done in similar ways, that like Wet the Space, etc. do it, where they just do it for YouTube. Let me know if you prefer that, if I should do a dedicated YouTube and a dedicated streaming save. Anyhow, in terms of today's episode, I'm actually come back because I'm off stream to do a few of these more important games because I feel like they need to be documented. We've got Marseille currently in the league. They're in fifth. They're trying to chase us. We are clear there by 6 points of them, and we play each other. A draw here is a fantastic result. Puts me 3 points clear of OJ Nice with a superior goal difference, and it keeps the gap to 6 to Marseille. If we win here against Marseille, we are in a demanding spot to finish in top 4 as well. Please note, in 4 days' time, we do play Lyon. That will be next episode too, but this is a very important game to be giving you. It also means after the Lyon game, we then, if we go to the schedule, side of things, we actually play FCSM in between, but we play OJ Nice with 3 games to go. That game there will probably decide if we finish top 4 or not. So with that being said, after we play the Lyon game, it will be OJ Nice as well. What we are going to do, without any further ado, we're going to get straight into it. Please note, I have made a bid for one more player. It is Sten Jorgensen. Sten is a 17-year-old Danish right back that is very well-rounded, with great determination and decently well-rounded physicals. I just think as a backup to Vinny, it would be fantastic, and it allows me to make a sellable asset out of Hector Fort. Not that I really want to sell Hector Fort. It's... there's some resale value there for 2 to 3 mil, and that's probably, we're at his limit. Vinny's very close to being as good as him, if we compare the two maybe. And then we've obviously got the guy that we're looking at there from Denmark. Where is Vinny? Vinicius. There we are. As you can see, very, very similar. Vinny's a bit more better mentally and a bit more better technically, where Hector's a little bit more better at speed and vision, but that will grow. So you take the 19-year-old over the 22-year-old. Saying that, though, I've enjoyed Hector Fort, but for 1 mil, there's decent amount of clubs interested in this kid. We're going to go for him. We've highlighted Isaias for people that don't know who Isaias is. Yuri, 17-year-old, was Paul Rimes' hot prospect, got transfer listed. We snapped him up for 550k, and Martin Salma's coming in on a free. Played free caps for Czech Republic by the age of 21, and he's being released, and he was worth 4 to 5 mil at one stage at a low level club. You probably take that too. In terms of the team, though, we are going to go with what we perceive is our best 11. We've had some form come back into it. Colley's now got a goal. For those that don't realise, he broke an 11-hour goalless streak last episode because he scored the goal in the 89th minute to send us to extra time. He then missed a one-on-one to win the game in the 91st, but that's kind of been Colley at the minute. In terms of the team, though, we are going to line up like so. It is a big game. I was toying with the idea of playing 5 at the back. Because we have the points gap and a win is massive, we are going to go on the 4-2-3-1. Do note, I've already made a decision that we are going to go and play 5 at the back in the first match against Lyon in the Europa League, because we, have now played against Copenhagen, we lost 3-1, and we played against Panathinaikos and we lost 4-1. So we are going to go against Lyon and play on the break in the 5 at the back system away from home to try and make sure that we're not getting pummeled. As when Jaffor went for goal and put it just wide 2 minutes in. Yeah, a point here is huge. A goal here is huge. Scoring the first goal would be massive. I wish that went in. But Marseille have got a good side. If you have a look at their team there, they've got Concial, who has been transfer listed, but obviously a great player. As Tosin heads just over. Iverson and net, formerly of Leicester, or currently at Leicester in real life. Van de Ven, Piffer, Doncora, Gundozi, Dominguez, the Argentinian Dominguez. They've got a good side. 25 minutes in, though, only us with the highlights. But you watch this now, they'll hit us on the break. They don't, as Dosu takes a touch, and now it's cleared. But they've got everyone in the box, and Billing, who's at 6'5", is back on the halfway line. Probably should have a look at that because he should be in the area trying to win headers. Wenja forward though, Van Hoosden, great ball out to Vinny, and Vinny can whip. The man who came third in next gen, by the way. Oh, Wenja forward's effort wasn't too far away, yeah, but Vinny came third. Now Wenja forward's going to be weird next year because he's obviously a very good midfielder too, but we've now signed two more midfielders. We've signed Isaias, who takes his role and is fantastic, and we've signed Wenja forward, and I've actually found a Segundo Volante who's younger than Billing as well, who I might be going for when we get our new budget. Anyway, Collie in, Collie to finish. This is the thing with Collie. You knew once he scored a goal, he would continue to score goals. But there we are. We lead 1-0, which is fantastic. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do next year with strikers, and I don't know what we're going to do in the middle of the park, Wenja forward, etc. But this is the thing. Collie gets there, slots, 1-0, thank you very much. 28 minutes played. Highlight straight away because it's Football Manager. And we haven't seen them do anything. But Schindler comes and claims superbly. And we really do love Schindler. For the first time this season as well, we are getting some growth with the players too, which is great. So we are getting a little bit better in the squad too. But that's a ball. And that's in. And Francisco was offside. Wouldn't have counted, but he hit the bar. And just after scoring, you're most vulnerable, as they say. And, well, they really had a moment. Anyway, Bakayoko can whip one, and he does backstick. Zeno's the target, doesn't find him, but it should be Zeno's balls. He is there first, and he's got 4 options inside of him. Finds one of them, Vinicius, who drives into the space, and still drives into the space. The Brazilian finds Billing, beats one. Bakayoko knows how to hit him, and said that. So a good height and a good area for Everson, who holds, and the highlight's still continuing, which is a little bit worrisome. Ball goes long. Vinicius does well. Bakayoko, Billing, Zeno, Billing. Great ball to Bakayoko, Melbalai. First, Billing, Bakayoko. Melbalai gets there, beats his man, 1-on-1, great finish. Hands Federico Melbalai is one of our best players. And Bakayoko, for the first time in ages, starting to run the show. I think that Panathinaikos game has played a couple of the guys out of form into form. Bakayoko in that game really should have scored. He hit the bar twice. One of them going in, he would have been, on a great match rating and probably sent us through normal time. But he got a good match rating. Collie scoring. He's a consistent performer. He needs form and confidence to be good. Great block there from Vinicius as well. He's having a great game. And Melbourne scored a brace, and he's been a little bit out of sorts too. So for a team that really relies heavily on their front 4, 3 of the 4 have played themselves back into some sort of form. Now we're just waiting on Dosu to get going, and we'll be okay. We dealt with the corner. There was an offside in that too. So 36 minutes played in a game we need 3 points of massive. We are 2-0 up, which is a great spot to be in. Gundoze, Piffer. We are away from home, so they could definitely come back, and that's well played out. That vertical tic-tacker, the pass into the channel was superb, and Francisco's very good. Herrera's bombing on. Ball into Francisco, ball top there, could hit it, doesn't. Blocked, and Schindler. Defending to the last man here, Zeno and Tosin and Vinicius have all made a block each, I think. As we approach half-time, you would say we're maybe a little lucky that it's 2-0. And it's still not half-time yet. And Sifa in, hit but straight at Schindler. Might need to make a change here at 2-0. We might go 5 at the back here. Just because they were starting to dominate before the half. Look, I'm going to say I'm happy. 5 at the back does make some sense here. It allows me to rest a couple of people. It also means that Bakayoko, by the way, at 5 at the back cannot play. And you kind of want him to play because he's very good at what he does. As an advanced playmaker, he's decent. But I would use Bakayoko off the bench next game. Do I go 5 at the back? Might leave it for the first 10 minutes here. Just feel like the game was slipping away from us. You know what? It is. I'm going to make the change. I probably should have made the change. Good managers make the change. They're reactive. They're proactive, not reactive. They're being a touch reactive here. Too early. Need another sip of coffee. Herrera. Francisco. Don Cora hits. Yeah, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. 5 at the back. In it comes. Bakayoko for Melba because he can play in the role. Melba is actually going to get some rest. And we are going to get in Chavis, I believe. Who else will get in here? Probably not for now. 50 minutes. Melba comes off because he will start the next game where Bakayoko won't. As we now look to set up shot and try and win. We've had only 38% of the ball. They've dominated the ball in their 4-3-3. Put us back to balance. Should help us on the break if we win the ball back like Langetto does here. And then apparently touches it for Herrera. I hate when that happens. Football Manager is just sometimes weird. Top of the box, Doncora hits. Schindler makes a great save. Azif puts it in. 2-1. 2-1. Set piece straight away, 66th minute. Headed 2-2. 2 goals in 2 minutes. Right. That makes a lot of sense. 2 goals in 2 minutes. Diop's going to come into there. Diane's going to come into here. Diallo's actually going to come into there. And we're going to move Chavis out to Longelo because we've still got to think of the next game. And in two minutes of madness, could be 3 minutes of madness, we're going to go from 2-0 up to 2-2. Now, it made a lot more sense to go 5 at the back. We've been really secure in 5 at the back, and then we've conceded 2 goals in 2 minutes. But that's been coming. That first goal was coming that whole time. Anyway, ball in backstick, Bakayoko heads, and, well, Football Manager just loves to be crazy. It loves to show chaos. There is no consistency, no, match engine realism in how games play at all. 2-0, yeah, they're dominating, but they haven't yet scored, yada, yada, yada. 2 goals in 2 minutes, and we should be the team that are being under the cosh, and first thing we do is a minute later, oh, yeah, you score. No, I'm not complaining because we've scored. I'm complaining the fact that how this game should have played out in real life, and how this game plays out 9 times out of 10 is Marseille come back, they go 2-2, and Marseille win this game 3-2 or 4-2 from here. There's no way we would sum her up. Look, we're a very good side, and we obviously have a lot of determination because we've come back a lot. What's the penalty for? Oh my god. We copped a bad penalty against Panathinaikos, and now we've got another penalty here. Penalties are coming together here. I don't know what's going on, but it looks more like Den Bonagenden has just ran into someone, and apparently they're given a pen. Whatever. It's going to be 3-3. Thanks, Mum. Gonna be 3-3. That is an absolute disgusting decision. Schindler, make a save, please. We haven't seen him make a save in a open play game in ages. Still continues, 3-3. In a game that was just looking like 2-0 and comfortable, we're probably lucky it's going to finish 3-3, but there we are, 2 goals in 2 minutes and a penalty where the ball's not going anywhere near him, and Chavis or Diallo decides to run through him. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it, Football Manager? We are going to get Hector 4 in here for Vinicius just to get some fresh legs out at right back. It's a poor result in terms that we led, and a win here would have probably secured us top 4. If you offered me a draw before the game, it was a game where, yeah, we would have loved the point. If you look at the stats, yes, the XG's inflated slightly because of the penalty, but they were the better side. You watched the game; they hit the bar. They had a goal disallowed for offside. The Consao hit the bar from what would have been offside, would have been disallowed. But they dominated. Ever since they went 2-0 down, they dominated. I don't know, man. Like, the 4-2-3-1 is just doing a lot of playing well, getting good XG, getting good amount of chances, and then next minute conceding every chance at the minute. And the 5 at the back, look, we're changing to it. We conceded 2 goals straight away. It's kind of like the game screaming out saying you have to play 4-3-3, which we haven't played 4-3 since we played at Brighton. We tried it in the first part of the first season of this save, and it fell apart. So I haven't wanted to go back to it. Let me know down in the section below. Would you switch the system next year? The 4-2-3-1 has worked. The 4-2-3-1 has got us up into this division. It's got us into Europe the last couple of years. We're going to be in Europe again. Is it really, really, really the 4-2-3-1 being the issue? I don't know. These guys let me know. In terms of next episode, we do have Leon in a few days. I'll catch you guys then. Thank you very much. Give the episode a like. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you and goodbye.